Peace, love, and blessings. This is the Sacred Empress Ali Tosh, your melanated Mayan mystic, and welcome to Mayan Moon Monday. We're going to start with the prayer of the seven galactic directions. From the east, house of light, may wisdom dawn in us so we may see all things in clarity. From the south, house of night, may wisdom ripen in us so we may see all from within. From the West, House of Transformation, may wisdom be transformed into right action so we may do what must be done. From the North, House of the Eternal Sun, may right action reap the harvest so we may enjoy the fruits of planetary being. From above, House of Heaven, where star people and ancestors gather, may their blessings come to us now. From below, House of Earth, may the heartbeat of her crystal core bless us with harmony to end all war. From the center galactic source, which is everywhere at once, may everything be known as the light of mutual love. This week, the moon is going to be moving through Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarius. The moon is going to be void of course on the 27th, first the 25th, then the 27th, the 29th, and the 31st. When the moon is void of course, we do not, I repeat, do not want to start anything new. We only want to work with things that are already being worked on. We want to complete projects. We want to clean, whether it's cleaning our houses, cleaning our mental, cleaning our spirit. We can get reading done and things of that nature. But we do not want to start anything new. Anything that we start new will either not work out the way we want it to or not work at all. The moon phases for this week, we start with the moon being a waxing crescent. This is a good energy for anything that we start. We're going to get um, increasing insight and into what we're starting. On Tuesday, we're going to have the first quarter moon. This energy is a little tense, and this energy actually focuses us and pushes us to want to do something new or forces us to want to act. From Wednesday to Monday, we have the waxing gibbous moon. The moon is continuing to gain light. We'll continue to get insight and continue to have a auspicious time with anything that we have started. And that goes from Wednesday the 26th up until Monday the 31st. We are currently in the cosmic moon of presence, where we focus on enduring, transcending, and present, and that lasts from June 27th up until July 25th. And then starting on the 26th, we start our new year. Happy New Year with the magnetic moon of purpose, where we unify, attract, and have our purpose. And that starts from July 26th up until August 22nd. When we start to go into the calendar, you're going to see four different colors. They represent the harmonic, and each one of these colors correspond with the phase and the direction. So when you see a red sign, it associates with the initiation phase in the eastern direction. When you see the color white, it corresponds to the refinement phase in the northern direction. When you see the color blue, it connects us to the transformation phase in the western direction. And yellow connects us to the ripen or the harvest phase in the southern direction. So we have three different energies overall in which we're going to be working in. On the 24th, we are still processing and formulating. The 25th to the 28th, we are in the time cell or the energy of output where we want to be expressing ourselves. And from the 29th to the 31st, we're in the matrix where we self regulate. We begin the week processing, and this is really good because we are moving into a new year. And it's great to start the week processing things that came up from us. On the day at a time, which is Tuesday, we start to express ourselves. This is also good because this sets the scene for the new year, and it's all about expression. Once we express ourselves, we can then begin to self regulate, which is huge. That means we govern and control ourselves, for ourselves, by ourselves. We have the power family. So, what are we going to do with it? So, we start the week with the yellow electric human. The yellow human, whenever we have the yellow human, we focus on wisdom, we focus on influence, and we focus on free will. Those are the things that we have going for us when we have the yellow human. We also have the electric tone of service. So wherever we are bonded to, it is going to activate us in such a way that we will serve it. The moon is in Libra, so we also focus on partnerships, relationships, and connections. This is actually the last day of the Vayeb, the 5 day purification cycle that always happens at the end of the year. Again, we are processing, um, formulating, and we are in the waxing crescent moon. On Tuesday, we go into a very interesting energy with the red self existing Skywalker. In the calendar, this is known as a day at a time. So we spend 364 days out of the year focusing on this time construct. But we know that time is not real in the way that we exist in it in this reality. So what happens is we have what is called a day out of time. And this day out of time helps us tap into the state of timelessness that we're going to actually begin to work on with the new year with the white overtone wizard. But on this day, we mostly focus on end of the year things like what happened um, during the past year, and from the year I'm talking about from July 26th up until today, and just really have an idea of what you want to focus on for the next year. We're guided by universal water, so it's really important on this day to like process our emotions. And it's interesting to note that it's a self existing day as well. We've been in the red self existing moon, which allows us to work on purifying our emotions so we can easily flow. So the last day at a time, we're still in that self existing vibration, which allows us to define and measure for ourselves how we deal with our emotions and how we have purified them. And hopefully, we are flowing into this next year within this energy. The Skywalker allows us to explore the space that we've created throughout the whole year, and hopefully with wakefulness. So being able to really see what has gone on, and to be able to open ourselves to explore these new opportunities that we have opened up, especially through our emotions, because we know that emotions help us, excuse me, with manifestation. Now, on Tuesday, the moon is void of course, and we're going to be moving from Libra into Scorpio. Now, Scorpio is a real interesting energy. We're moving from an energy in Libra where we start things, it's a cardinal energy, into Scorpio where our energies are kind of fixed. Um, so again, things that we have going on in our lives that are kind of in stone, we can go into those areas, research them, um, find out anything that we need to know. This is a great area to explore. Where our sexuality and sensuality are areas that are increased when the moon is in Scorpio. Excuse me. We also want to use the moon in Scorpio for jobs in any situation that needs our intensity or devotion. Now, the first quarter moon is also going on Tuesday. This is a strong energy that's going to change us and makes us want to act and show who we are. This is also a time of refinement and adjustment. So we're going to have that energy of being able to explore deeply, and to utilize this first quarter moon effectively. Now, on Wednesday. Happy New Year. We are moving into the white overtone wizard. This is the beginning of the new lunar year. It is the first moon of the month, which is the magnetic moon of purpose, also known as the bat moon of purpose. This is the first week of our 28-day moon cycle. So this first week is all about initiation. So we're going to be initiating in this new energy of the white overtone wizard, which is about enchanting, receptivity, and timelessness. Now I'm going to go in depth into the white overtone wizard and what we can expect on Wednesday. It's going to be via Zoom, so I'll be giving out information to tap into that Zoom and tap into that energy. And if you miss it, no worries, because it'll also be available um, as a YouTube video. It's going to be very important that we understand what the white overtone wizard is about, because it's going to dominate the next year. So from July 26th, 2023, up until July 25th, 2024, this is going to be the vibration. We're going to have different vibrations based on where other things that are going on, but this is the um, main message that we are going to be working on, working through for the whole year. So we're going to be refining, we're going to be creating in that overtone tone of radiance. So it's going to be a year of empowerment. It's going to be commanding our space, our area, our reality around us. We have the bat as a totem. We're in the magnetic moon of purpose, as I said. So for this first 28 days, we're going to get our purpose for the whole year. So we really want to be mindful for these first 28 days. Now, when we have a wave spell, we usually have 13 days, and that first day is the magnetic tone. And that first day sets the tone for the 13 days. So this first moon, the magnetic moon, again from the 26th until August 22nd, is going to set us with the tone for the whole year. So you want to really just be observant of the major things that pop up during these 28 days. Write them down on your calendar, because you're going to go through a process every month for 13 months, in the areas that pop up during this magnetic moon. Now we start this energy as output energy. So this year is really going to be about expression. Especially today is going to be about expression as we connect to the all with the crown chakra, and the moon continues to be in Scorpio. So we really can go in deep. Make sure you take some time and really focus on what you would like to have happen this first week. Allow yourself to be initiated as well into the things that you want to work on, but also just be mindful that the things that come up are also going to be with you for the next 13 months. So, the white overtone wizard. And I'm sorry, where the main focus is to enchant, receptivity, and timelessness. So it's all about what we say to ourselves. It's all about how we feel ourselves and fill others with delight as well. And it's also putting a spell on us, and not in a negative way, but just to surround ourselves or other people with a certain energy. It's going to be important to be receptive and allow things to come to us. As you see the sign of the white overtone wizard, I'm going to refer to as she. You can see that her eyes are closed, which means that the focus is coming from within. Is what you put in, is what you take out of you. So you definitely don't want to be unduly influenced by anything outside of yourself. This is going to be key to a very powerful day and a very powerful year. Next, we're going to move into the blue rhythmic ego. Um, the blue rhythmic ego is really important because we create our reality from the visions in our mind. And the power of vision is going to be really powerful because we're in that rhythmic tone of equality. Anytime we're in a magnetic, a rhythmic, or a spectral tone, we're guided by our power double. So even that white, um, the white, I'm sorry, not the white wizard, but the magnetic moon, which starts with the white overtone wizard. Um, we're going to be guided by the power of our purpose times two for the whole 28 days. And so we're going to be guided by the power of vision for this blue rhythmic ego on Thursday. It's going to be really powerful what we see and what we want to see on Thursday. Um, that rhythmic tone of equality, we want to focus on organizing, on being in balance, and those things are going to allow us to be able to touch everything we need with equality, with equal time, equal faith, equal measure. The moon is going to be void of course on Thursday as the moon is moving out of Scorpio into Sagittarius. So where we had that female energy from Scorpio, the moon in Sagittarius is going to shift us into balance with a male energy, a outward energy. And it's also going to go from a water focused energy with Scorpio to the fire sign, which is Sagittarius. In Sagittarius, everything is going to increase. So we definitely want to be mindful of what we are creating, what visions we are tapping into, because we're expanding with the moon being in Scorpio, and we're guided by that vision times two. And the moon is going to be waxing gibbous, and we're going to be dealing with the root chakra. So, manifestation, how we deal with safety and security and things of that nature are all going to come up during the blue rhythmic ego. On Friday, we're going to move into the yellow resonant warrior. This is another really powerful energy that we're going to be tapping into during this week of initiation. The power that we're going to tap into is we're going to be able or want to question. We want to tap into our fearlessness and tap into natural intelligence. We're going to be guided by the higher power of elegance. So we're definitely looking at things from a more elevated view, moving into higher levels and asking the questions when we need to question, asking them without being fearful of asking or of what the answers will be, and knowing that whatever we ask is going to be answered. Now we have some additional things that are going to make this day popular, or not popular, but powerful. We're in the resonant tone of attunement. This allows us to channel and be tapped into the universe. It helps us to be inspired. So, spirit is going to be in us and getting us activated. And we're going to be inspiring other people. And we're going to be able to bring people together as one. Also, the yellow resonant warrior is a clear sign day. Clear sign days, we only have 13 in the whole calendar. So these are auspicious days. These are days where we are really tapped into the power of the universe or to the creator. And we definitely want to put out there things that we have questions about, um, things that we really need insight on, things that we want to bring to us, and we're going to get deep answers from the universe as the clear sign days are very prophetic. Also, this is a galactic activation portal day. So the energies are very amplified. The energies are also very intense. This is a yellow day, so we know that we're harvesting this day as well. So the harvest can be massive, intense. Be prepared. Make sure you're grounded, asking the questions that you want. Also, knowing that we're expanding in this moon and Sagittarius energy as well. You can tap into your third eye for additional support and insight on this day. So Friday is a dope, dope day. Now, as we move into Saturday, we're still in the week of initiation, but we have the day of initiation as well with this red galactic Earth. So it's really powerful in that when we have the red Earth, we have to start out with a plan, navigation, and this is the most important thing, especially this is a void of course day. Um, the moon is moving from Sagittarius into Capricorn. Capricorn is where you want to do your long term planning. Um, you put that together with the Red Earth Day. Um, we're going to evolve. We're going to tap into our synchronicity, but first we must have a plan of navigation. We don't have to know how we're going to get there, but we do need to know where we want to go. And we're going to have a lot of powers getting us where we need to go. Um, we're going to be guided by the higher power of birth. So very, very important that we start to write down a plan. Now, remember, I didn't say start the plan today because the moon is void of course. Anything you start today um, actively is not going to have any weight or power. But because we're void of course and we're writing our plan down, we're taking our inside, putting it out, it's a perfect day for that. We have entered the matrix, so we are beginning to self regulate, meaning we're going to control ourselves. We're going to govern ourselves and put ourselves on a regulated schedule how we want to do it. And so that is best happening by navigation, by having a plan. We also have the galactic tone of integrity. So we're going to move in integrity. We're going to move in harmony. And we're going to model that harmony for other people to see. As we move into Sunday, we have the white solar mirror. The mirror is so, so powerful in the process of growth. With the white solar mirror, we're able to reflect, we're able to put things in order and adjust our state of endlessness, things that we never want to end, things that we want to go on forever. We delve into those things. We have some things that are endless, that are not positive. But on the white solar mirror day, if we are brave, if we're willing to see ourselves in love and without judgment, we can adjust the things that we need and we can bring things to an end that no longer serve us. We can usher in that higher power of timelessness, things that we want to last forever and things that we want to never end. Um, on Sunday, we have the solar power of intention, so we can make intentions based on the pulse and things that we realize. So we're going to see things that are going on. It's going to bring certain realizations to us, and we're going to be able to make new intentions based off of that. It's a beautiful day to do that with the moon being in Capricorn. When the moon is in Capricorn, we are not really dealing with our emotions, but dealing with um, where we want to where we want to achieve and where we want to be recognized. And when the moon is in Capricorn, we want to do things that require extra discipline. It's also a perfect time to speak into existence the things that we want to occur as we are in our throat chakra, and we can adjust how we're communicating as well with this solar white mirror with the throat chakra energy. And last but not least, blue planetary storm. What's life without a little rain? And a blue planetary storm will do just that. Um, and with the blue storm, we catalyze energy for self generation. This is really important because we can use our energy to spark, begin, and remake ourselves. And I love the blue moon. I'm sorry, the blue storm, not just because I'm a blue storm, but what we can do with this energy. We can regenerate ourselves in the time cell of the matrix where we're also self regulating. So, how important is that? We are setting the tone to govern ourselves, to bring ourselves back to life. We're guided by the higher power of accomplishment and with the energy beginning in Capricorn, where we seek recognition and achievement, we seek to achieve. And we do our long term planning. So, as we're generating ourselves again, as we're regulating ourselves, um, we have a beautiful energy that will um, use our emotions to shift things around. When the storm is over, we can see, okay, this is what's still standing, this is what needs to stay, and all this stuff that has been released as a part of the storm, we get rid of. Excuse me. And we have a beautiful planetary tone of manifestation to do it in, where we perfect and produce, and we will be able to manifest. And so, whatever is left over from any storms that come up, we know that we produce and perfect from those places. The moon is void, of course, on this last day of the calendar, moving from Capricorn into Aquarius. Um, when the moon is in Aquarius, this is where we tap into knowledge base. This is where we want to be with people who are like us. And we want freedom from restrictions as well as we want to follow our own rule. So, again, still self regulating, um, as we um, continue to get insight into our growth with the waxing gibbous moon. So that's the last day of the calendar. That is the 31st of July, which will also end the month of July. And just as a refresher, if you're wanting to start things this week, um, the Red Skywalker, I'm sorry, is the energy in which we want to make our beginnings by exploring our space with awareness. If we want to make any adjustments, um, especially if you want to do it from the area of the chakras, you want to make your adjustments on the white wizard day and also the white mirror day, as those focus on the crown and throat chakra. If you want to focus on making transformations in your life, you want to focus on the ego with the root chakra and the storm with the solar plexus chakra. And if you want to focus on harvesting, on maturity, you want to focus on the yellow human with the heart chakra and the yellow warrior with the third eye chakra. I mean, just to go over the energies that are present for the week, we have the cosmic moon of presence where we endure, transcend, and presence. What have we endured? What have we transcended? And where we are now? And that's going to lead us into the first magnetic moon of purpose, which we then focus on 30 days of unifying and attracting our purpose. And that's going to happen from the 26th up until August 22nd. We also go into our new lunar year, the White Overtone Wizard, where we focus on enchanting, receptivity, and timelessness. That's going to start on July 26th, and that's going to go all the way to July 25th of 2024. We are currently in a ripening cycle where we are learning about harvest through four wave spells, um, and that started on July 9th and that ends on August 28th. We do have one galactic activation portal day. It also happens to be a clear sign day, and that is on July 25th. And last but not least, we have the second wave spell. It started on the 27th, but it is active up into the 3rd. And this is to let you know of the Mayan services that we got going on. We have the Mayan Moon workbook that gets put up every week. That's donation based or pay as you have. Um, so please follow the QR code, which I'll show in momentarily, and I will let you know how to access it. It is not up as of this morning on Tuesday, but it will be up by Tuesday evening. Um, we also have our Mayan Moon calendar subscription. It is $25 a month. You get 4 weeks of the calendar. You get all kinds of interesting and useful information with the calendar and the moon combined. You get 4 weeks of that along with the current moon newsletter. So every moon we have a newsletter focusing on that tone and giving you important information. You get that free in the calendar subscription. But if you want that newsletter by itself, it's also available for $8. We currently have the Ripening Cycle Club. The price has been lower because we're already in it, but we are going into how you harvest. We have four wave spells that we harvest in. You get to learn how to harvest. And the beauty of it is that you don't just learn how to harvest in this ripen cycle, but this is the formula or the blueprint to harvest whenever you desire. So if you want to be a part of that, you definitely again want to follow the QR code, which I'll show momentarily. Um, the enchantment cycle is coming up at the end of August. The enchantment cycle allows us to give 52 days of enchanting ourselves. This is additionally powerful because the white wizard is all about enchantment. And with the white wizard, it's going to be important that you write things down and that you're drawing pictures for the things that you want. So you'll have a nice little warm up with the enchantment cycle, as well as being you get the webinar. You'll be in a club. You'll get a booklet which lets you know where the moon is during that whole cycle, where these things are happening in your astrological chart. So if you're big planners, big followers of astrology, this booklet is a great help. And you get to know every wave spell, and we get together and go in deep about them so you can learn how to utilize them to expand your life. Um, and right now, I'm doing an early bird special. It's usually $75, but because the new year has started, you get this early bird special. So you want to take advantage of it now before it goes back to its regular price. Um, we also have the Mayan birth reading. So if you want to know your Mayan sign and how you relate um, and what your powers are and things that you are working out, get your Mayan birth reading. Um, I haven't did a price, but because we're going into the new year, that will be on special as well. Um, I'll go and update that information, but you'll get a nice discount if you want to jump on that right now as well. We also have our Mind 13 Days of Power. We all have a wave spell or 13-day cycle in which we are born, which gives us our powers, which gives us our issues and things to work out. This 13 Days of Power reading is potent. If you think just knowing your sign is incredible, knowing that wave spell just lays out your whole life is very powerful, and that is why it is listed for the price that it is. Very much worth it. But because we are in the new year for a limited time, this reading will also be on sale. So make sure you check that out. And I also have my monthly directional reading where we combine the Mayan moon with the four major phases of the moon cycle: the full moon, the last quarter moon, the new moon, and the first quarter moon, letting you know how you can maximize those energies in your life, also using your astrological chart. I do Mayan Moon Mondays as a free service. But if you want to donate to allow me to keep doing the work that I do it because I love it and I do it for everyone's ascension. Please consider giving me a donation. You can also use this payment information to um, pay for any of the services here as well. So here are a couple of the services I talked about: the Maya Moon calendar subscription, the Maya Moon workbook, the ripening cycle, the harvest cycle. I also included love mantras as Venus is retrograde and will be feeling the effects of Venus in terms of our money, especially love, our value, and our worth. These love mantras are very powerful and a very good way to harness our love, how to put the most highest positive vibration around us as we're making changes. This particular program will not have a discount on it because it's very reasonably priced, but you definitely want to tap into the love mantras. And I'd like to thank you for joining me for Mayan Moon Monday. I am the Sacred Empress Alitash, your melanated Mayan mystic. Happy New Year. Um, Best of everything for you, with you, and to you. And be blessed. Peace and love.